See, I did it. Hey, family. Welcome to another episode of Unpacked and Unplugged with the Great Brits, a place where we offer perspective on love, life, and the many complexities of blended family. Testing. Is this mic on? We are back. So glad to be back doing this whole podcast thing. Life got in the way for a second, but we had to bring it back to focus on areas and things that make us happy. And this is one of the moments of our day that allow us to communicate and just decompress and talk. So we have made time for this. So yes, we're back. We back?
Yeah.
You don't sound happy to be back.
Whatever.
He sounds like a sourpuss.
You need to tell him why you was gone, because you was gone. I was ready.
Well, we were doing things like planning the whole wedding. I mean, come on. Yeah. A whole entire wedding at that. That, it came and it went. And it was lovely.
Shout out to the people who did their thing at the wedding.
Shout out to the people who got paid and provided a service and did that thing.
That inspiration band was everything. So shout out to Tate Farms.
So we had a lovely venue, Tate Farms, to host our wedding event. We used some wonderful vendors, some not so much, some we'll have an episode. We'll have a whole episode on vendors, and when you are planning an event,
check and recheck.
Check their references and make sure that you are not skimming on funds, because you get
what you pay for.
Man,
we didn't skim though.
No.
Was that a skim?
It was. I wouldn't call it a skim, but other people were offering or telling us more.
More?
It was more.
And so it would have been a different
It would have been a different situation, but we won't get into that because that's not what this episode is about. But again, shout out to Tate Farms, shout out to Carol's Creations,
shout out to the Inspiration Band,
our baker, and shout out to TIB ! The Inspiration Band.
TIB.
Because without them, I don't think we would have pulled off the night, because we had a fumble. We had a fumble real quick, but the Inspiration Band brought it back together. And for that, we are forever grateful. And if we ever do another event where we have a live
Inspiration Band,
they booked. They booked and unbothered. But anyway, back to the podcast. So, again, for those of us who hadn't heard from us in a while.
Those of us who hadn't heard from us.
Those of you.
That's what you said.
I'm sorry. See, y'all know I'm tired. It's like, I was tired. If y'all only knew the things that have been going on in my life. But anyway, for those of you who have not heard from us in a while, allow us to reintroduce ourselves. I am T.
And I am J.
T and J, and we run the podcast Unpacked
and Unplugged.
And so, we talk about issues and we unpack issues, and sometimes we get real unplugged with the issues. We hadn't gotten quite to the level of unplugged where we have to censor it yet, but it could head that way real quick. Real quick, it could head that way, but we're not there yet. So, but a really good topic that we thought that we can come back for our episode number 6 with was checking in with your significant other. That's a important.
Please explain for the gentlemen such as myself that assume that what it was one thing and it's something else. Please explain what this topic is.
When I originally, because we have a powwow where we talk about, hey, what are we gonna bring to the light next? What are we gonna unpack next? And I suggested a few other things, and one of them was checking in, and he immediately went to checking in, like when you go out somewhere, like calling. How many times should you do that?
What any man is gonna assume.
And so I also talked to Jamil. Shout out to Jamil.
Yeah.
And he thought the same thing. So it may be a man thing, I don't know. But when I say check in, I mean reconnecting, rekindling, having open, honest dialogue because it's needed. Because it's needed. And it's a question that you need to ask yourself. How often am I checking in with my loved one? With the person that I'm either married to, the person that I live with? How often am I checking in with them? Are we walking around in a passive state, getting so comfortable with our daily movement? We wake up, we go to work, we say goodbye, or we say see you later. We may make a phone call during the day to talk about a bill, or did you check on this, or don't forget to pick this grocery item up. And when we get home, we got to get the kids together. Then it's, get ready for the next day and go to bed. So somewhere within that day, you're not checking in with your spouse. And from what I've seen, that's where a lot of marriages and relationships break down. Because you don't even know what's going on with your spouse.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's a good frequency? How often should you check in?
4 hours.
What? Why?
2 hours?
In a day? I think that's quite a bit.
That's excessive.
That's a lot.
4 hours?
That's quite a bit. Yeah.
Woman, please. That's how often you check in with me?
Well, we're different, babe.
Look, why you talking about not excessive?
Wait.
Hold
on. Wait, don't. When you say I check in with you.
And when my phone text messages.
Oh, so it's me checking in with you.
My phone go. Bring.
So I'm sweating you.
You be sweating me.
Oh, okay. I'm sweating him, so I guess I can't pull out the text messages where you texting me more frequently than 4 hours. But that's not what we got to talk to the people. This is not about us right now.
Bring it to the table. You know what I'm talking about?
He says 4 hours. I say, I guess 4 hours is okay.
4 hours.
Okay.
You go through a work day.
Okay.
That's supposed to be an 8-hour day.
Okay. So midday.
Right.
So like a lunch check-in.
Why you trying to be slick?
Okay. I just thought, 4 hours just seems so close. But I guess not. If you're talking about a work day. So maybe. But the type of check-in that you're talking about, you're reverting back to what I'm not talking about.
See?
I'm not talking about a text message to say, hey, babe, how's your day going? I'm not talking about that because that's not an in-depth conversation. Okay. I'm talking about, hey,
how
babe,
was your day? No, so you talking about once every two times out a week. You talking about what level you on? You talking about what headspace you
once a week. Once a week.
Okay, once a week.
Once a week. At end of the week, a beginning of the week, just a complete check-in. That's too much?
No, that's good.
Okay, so I think that in order for you to grow as an individual, you have to an individual in a relationship, you have to ask questions. All of us, most of us, have jobs. And our job evaluates us. And they tell us ways that we can grow, right? Mm-hmm. So our relationships, our marriages, we have to put forth effort. So therefore, we're working together towards them. So yes, we will have to evaluate each other so that we can give feedback so that we can in turn grow.
You better quit talking slow like somebody don't know.
Well, I'm not, baby. I'm not. But I think that it's important. I think that it is very important to elevate your marriage and your relationship so that everyone and you understand its importance. It's easy to get lost. Right. And then when you lost, what do you find? Trouble. Bad decisions. My spouse doesn't know me. My spouse doesn't listen to me. My spouse doesn't see me, but somebody else will. I'm I mean, that's where the breakdown happens. So that's why checking in is so important.
That's the moment where I say, no, our checking in is more of, which, by the way, I'm old. Listen to where I'm headed with this. Mm-hmm. Our checking in used to be.
It did. You already know where you headed with it. Go ahead.
My back rub time.
You are correct.
Once a week.
You are correct.
We bought this massage table, y'all, and I was supposed to get my back rub time.
Well, that was your choice. Yes, what we agreed to do was to devote an hour a week to serve our spouse in any capacity that they wished. He wanted me to do an hour massage a week. Cool, no problem. What was mine? I don't remember.
See, you don't even remember.
Maybe it was a foot rub.
Was it that hair scratching thing?
No.
Look, so that you did that. Baby, can you just scratch my scalp for an hour straight?
No, I think it was a foot rub.
And I was doing the foot rub.
And I was doing the back rub.
Girl, I bet you got more foot rubs than her back rubs.
Possibly.
Hey, now.
Possibly.
Somebody.
Possibly. But.
Because I just got on that bunion, a couple of days ago.
I know you lied.
That bunion.
So, yeah, we made that agreement. Although we have been kind of fading away from it, it's up to us to become intentional about it, so that we
check in.
We do it correctly.
Come on with the check in, because that's a good check in time.
It is,
because that's the way you ease the mind of. You get that stress out of your spouse, rubbing them. Get that bunion, rub them feet, and get that stress out.
Yeah,
and then when you can kind of put your guard down, let your guard completely down, completely relax, then you can kind of speak on things that have been on your mind, on your heart.
You can speak each other's language because you're both open and ready to communicate. Period. I'm pleasing you. I'm serving you, and I'm all ears. There's nothing else distracting me. Anything, I'm all yours. And so that's the perfect opportunity to reconnect. How many times have you been in a situation where you had something on your mind, whether it was about your spouse or something going on in the household, and you felt like your existence there was not enough? Right? Okay. So you're carrying that around with you. So when your spouse speaks to you, says something to you, you may perceive it as a threat, as an attitude, as them trying to be argumentative, but you're holding on to something. So they don't know that that's how they're coming across because you're not communicating. Well, that 1 hour out of the week, however long you decide to do it, that's just what we decided to do. But however long that you're taking to serve your significant other, that can be the debrief. I call it the debrief time for you to communicate and talk about, hey, I felt like you didn't put me first in a situation.
Oh, wow. Dude, for real?
I said I was going to be transparent. Are we not going to be unplugged right now?
Yeah, we unplugged.
Okay.
Now.
So I felt like there was a situation where I was not put first.
What situation was that?
Okay. You want me to go? You want me to be?
I mean, but you unplugged. Unplugged it. For real.
No. Okay. So my hubby went out of town
for work.
You did, babe. Let me tell the story.
Man.
So my hubby went out of town for work. He went to
Nebraska.
I wasn't tripping about that. So he goes and does what he does. He's very good at what he does. Well, I have a hard time being away from my husband because, that's my best friend. I have the best days. If I'm having a bad day, just my husband's energy can bring me back, right?
Whole anxiety attacks around here.
Like for real, like legit. So, when he's away, I struggle. Everybody may not have that. You may be like, "Ooh, he gone." Yes, that's not me. I'm not there. I love being around my husband. But so he left. Cool. I'm not gonna fight that. None of that. Wish him well. Make sure he got everything set up, parking, all of that. Cool. Make sure you let me know where you are.
Put that tough lady face on.
That never happened. I asked you to tell me what hotel you were staying in. You never got it. No, you didn't. You told me you were staying at a Holiday Inn. You know how many?
That was it.
I get it, but you know how many Holiday Inns there are?
That's where I was at.
But anyway. That even was not the issue. That wasn't even the issue. So, he gets back into town, right? Early. I'm at work. So he says, I got some running around to do. No problem. Take care of what you got to take care of.
Because, specify.
You got to let me finish.
Why did I not come straight home?
Because you had some running around to do.
No. What was the first thing came out of my mouth? I said, I'm not coming straight home. I'm going to the mall. Girl, you better tell it right.
No, you said I'm going to the outlet.
I said, ain't no point in me coming home if you ain't at home.
Oh, please. So you said that.
Did I not say that?
You did say that.
Okay, don't play.
You said you were going to the outlet.
Don't do that.
You were going to the Nike store.
Ain't no point in me coming home if you ain't at home.
Okay, I get it. Okay, cool. No problem.
Don't play.
So I'm at work, and I'm getting ready to leave. I normally leave around.
And I asked for my little goodies when I got here, so don't play with me.
Let me finish. The people don't even know where the issue came in.
Well, you better tell it right.
So, you made me lose my train of thought.
Tell it
right. Okay. So I get off at around. It depends. I get in from around 4 to 5. I did not get home at 7 that night. Right. I got home at 7 today. But anyway, so I was expecting my husband to be here or to meet me there so that I could just embrace my husband because I just been missing him. But he went and did other things and then was like, I'm on my way, and was not on his way. And then when I asked him where he went, he said,
the tire shop?
No, I was on the phone with you.
When I was at?
When you were at the tire shop. But you left the tire shop.
Oil change?
Nope. Those were that was in the same block. There was a whole other block of time that you just left. That's not my point. My point is I was missing you, and then when you came to the door, you were super excited to see me, but I'm like,
right.
I gotta do work. I gotta do.
Tell them how I was treated.
I gotta do schoolwork. I gotta do.
I run up on my boat, giving all the kisses and all the affection up the yin yang, and what do I get?
But we didn't have a lot of time.
Hey, babe. I got homework.
I do.
I got a project to finish.
I do.
So all of this, I was missing you.
I was.
Did not show itself.
It didn't. And I gotta do better.
I ran in the door to you.
You did.
Give me the luscious.
But by that time, I'm sitting here smoking hot because you're not here. And you hadn't made it yet.
But see, hey, look, we talked about, what was the one we talked about? Tell somebody. I can't read your mind, so I didn't know the whole expectation of, babe, whatever you did, this is what you could have said. Do what you got to do, baby. Everybody could have been happy. Because I still could have took care of the business I wanted to take care of. Thank God I did because of the situation with my tire.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was
right.
But that
because that could have been a whole blowout.
You were at the tire shop as I was passing the tire shop.
But listen to what I'm saying is, regardless, you were passing the tire shop. Mm-hmm. So that still could have been, babe, take care of what you need to take care of. I need to see you at the house when you get done, or be pulling up when I get home.
Well, you know, I'm not demanding like that.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Your expectation, and you didn't even tell me.
I did.
And so you didn't tell me you wanted me at home when you got home.
No, I didn't tell you that.
So don't do that.
I thought you were headed that way, babe.
Oh, sucker. And so I was trying to get everything out the way. Because you got to understand, here's what happened too. Mm-hmm. That all that non-affectionate energy, all of that heated and hot, that showed itself throughout the day on the phone. Now, mind you, we done talked all day since I got off the plane. Babe, where you at? I got off the plane. I was talking to you when I was getting my bags, remember? Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, well, it's, you at work. I'm finna do some running around. You ain't at home. I ain't got no reason to rush home.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go take care of some things. Then I talk to you again. Then I talk to you again. Then once you realize that I wasn't at home or going to be home or whatever, you could hear the frustration each time I was talking to you throughout the day. It was like, hey, babe, how you doing? Where you at? How was your... Okay. Then they went to, you all right? Everything good? Then they went to, so you still doing that? Then it went to...
But my thing is, you say...
I'm at home.
And this is a learning moment, right?
Uh-huh.
So you say you can't read my mind, but you picked up on my energy.
I picked your energy
but you
all
still
day.
didn't.
But I didn't know where it was coming from. So, babe,
you had to, because you're telling me where you telling me
down.
I know, but you're telling me at what point it went down.
You didn't tell me why.
I don't have
to. It could have been one of them crazy kids, Drew. You crazy, you know that.
No, babe, because you just said, okay, when you called and I said, hey, babe, what you doing? And you said you had some running around to do. And I called you back, and then
don't you start?
You broke some more news, and
don't you start, because you know that could have been anything to do with your job. Come on, somebody.
No.
Yeah, come on now. You could have been any one of them folks you work with, or any one of them crazy kids running around at school.
No, because I would have verbalized that to you.
Whatever.
And when I'll verbalize something. If something's bothering me at work, I'll verbalize it.
Okay, that.
Now, obviously, I didn't verbalize it, so then the deuce.
No, you don't get a pass. Tell her, y'all, she don't get a pass because she the main one talking about she supposed to verbalize her feelings regardless of what it is. And get on her. Somebody talk to her now.
And you're right.
Okay.
But that's what I struggle with, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I didn't verbalize it. I didn't verbalize it, but you picked up on it, right?
That don't make it okay, so don't try that.
It don't make it okay, but it does make it easier for you to understand where I was coming from. Right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, anyway.
Try me if you want.
I mean, that's
try Jesus.
That's the truth.
Because I fight.
See, I can't even argue with him because he plays all day.
Try Jesus.
All day. Try Jesus, really?
Don't try me.
Oh, gosh. But anyway.
I throw hands.
So our connection, our check-in is going to take place. It's taking place now, but it's going to take place on a deeper level.
When I get my back rubbed.
The weekend. I don't like you.
I don't care. This week, the way it's gotta be.
This weekend, we'll go ahead and talk about it and figure out where the disconnect happened and how to grow from it, because that's what all of this is about. Now, one thing about it, we're not perfect. We have real issues. And sometimes it can be as small as, I was not under the impression that you weren't going to be home by the time I made it home. Like something so minute, right, could cause a rift. And it took me some time.
We just deal with it better than y'all. No, I'm just playing.
Well, it took me some time to say, you know what? This is how I was feeling. I did not approach the situation the right way. I apologize for not approaching the situation because I could have just verbalized my feelings, but at the time I'm like, okay, am I tripping? And so like I said, it takes me time to process it, but it's something that I'm growing from. I'm learning, and I can easily say, you know what, my bad. I can take ownership of that. I can. I don't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
You can too, babe. You're good at taking ownership of things once you understand what the issue is. If you don't understand what the issue is, you're not copping to anything. You plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth until I know I'm not just finna be to nothing. What's the problem? Explain so I get a clear understanding, because that be the issue. Again, more times women are literal with what the issue is. What's the problem? This is why I'm mad. This is what you did. This is what I don't want you to do again. With men, we real general with it. you mad about that? I'm sorry. Like, and then push on and get on. So that's why for me, I've learned to try to better completely understand what it is that's the issue and what I'm copping to. If I'm gonna, apologize, if I'm gonna try to understand and fix something, I gotta know exactly what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not just gonna be copping a plea like, I'm sorry.
That's intelligent.
Because you mad.
I mean, it's okay to say, I'm sorry that you're feeling that way, but I would like a better understanding of where I went wrong or where we went wrong so we can fix it. Not necessarily you copping to it, but I get what you're saying, babe. You want to know what it is so you can change it.
Right.
You don't know where the issue lies. It's going to keep happening.
Man.
So, I think that it's easier now for couples to stop sharing life together, right? Because it becomes so redundant, arguing or not seeing eye to eye, and that's one thing I don't want to happen. I don't want to get to a place where we're just like, you know what, he keep doing it, I'm over it, and then a piece of our love just chips away, a piece of our promise just chips away. But instead, you have to be very intentional about connecting regularly because it's gonna happen. He is not always gonna make me laugh or make me smile.
Shit. Always. Fuck out of here. Cold like this shit.
It's not always going to happen because
nobody do it better.
It's gonna be some days where I'm just not feeling it. It's like no joke can fix it. Well, I'm just saying.
When has that ever happened?
It hasn't happened yet.
Exactly.
But I'm saying
good at what I do.
It's bound to happen.
Come on, Jesus.
And we just have to be prepared to get in and pivot and change and get back on track. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
Checking in. That's what I mean by checking in.
Check it in.
Mm-hmm. We're going to end it here because he didn't check in when he was in Nebraska, but I'm kidding. Babe, I'm kidding. Guys, that was a joke. He checked in.
I talked to you.
He totally checked in. I'm kidding.
What are you talking about?
But, we appreciate y'all listening to our chaos on this episode. Pure chaos. We appreciate it. We're gonna come back quickly with another podcast. Quickly,
you older people, because you.
I do.
Shoot, don't nobody care about your doctorate.
I do.
I do.
But we're trying to get some things in the work. We really want to record with a camera and be
somebody else want us to record with a camera because they show like we gonna be on the show.
We know we got several people that want to give insight and know what this thing is like. Yeah. Know what this whole married, coupled, blended lifestyle is like, because it gets real.
Talk about it.
It gets real, y'all.
Talk about it.
It does. But if you build that foundation early in the beginning and keep building on it, it's going to take a lot more than some petty feelings and some petty dramas to chip it completely away. And so that's why you got to put the work in early and then just continue putting the work in. I promise it's worth it. They should be. That person should be worth it. All situations are not worth it, but that person should be worth it. And on that note, we will see y'all next time.
Peace.